Hey everyone, Jim T. Graham with RCGroups.com. Today we have a really special RC News episode. We're going to do an in-depth discussion with the new vice president of Hobby King. You may not even be aware that Hobby King changed hands back in July of 2023, but we are going to talk about that. We're going to talk about what's happening currently, what's going to happen in the future, and all the things that you might be interested in the new age of Hobby King. I want to also thank our RC News sponsor, CNHL. They reached out and said, how can we help support the news? And so big thanks. They make great live posts. Go check them out. And without further ado, let's go talk to Richard. Hey everyone, Jim T. Graham with RCGroups.com. We are super stoked today. Jason Cole and I are joined by Richard Mitchell, the new vice president of Hobby King. This is something that has sort of been under wraps, but now Richard is ready to talk about where he's come from, the company he's run in the past, and the big goals and changes and updates to Hobby King. What's happening, Richard?
Hey guys, how you going? Thanks for having me on. Appreciate it. I sort of wanted to. It's been a round journey for me. Starting at Hobby King and then going to RCB and then coming back to Hobby King again. It's been pretty good, man. It's been pretty good, and I wanted to sort of get on here and have a chat to everyone and have a chat to our customers about what we're going to do. We understand we've got some work that needs to be done, and we wanted to sort of be upfront and honest with all our customers and take them on the journey with us of what we're going to do to bring back Hobby King to what it used to be and the great business that it is.
Well, let's start at the beginning. So you started out with Hobby King, and
Yes.
did you work the battery lines for Hobby King, or did you do more than that?
Yeah, so I did batteries. That was my main category. I did other stuff like chargers and some accessories and at Hobby King, but it was mostly centered around batteries, about getting the right range in there, getting what people needed. That was the biggest chunk of what I was looking after at Hobby King. And then I took on a couple of other smaller categories as well, but yeah, the main one was definitely batteries.
And then you jumped out, and this is when you and I started talking a lot. You started rcbattery.com.
Yep.
And how long were you running that company? 2 or 3 years?
I was in that company for about 4 years. We started
4
RC
years.
Battery
Wow.
just on the pandemic. We launched it in December of 2019, right on when the pandemic hit. So it was perfect time to start a business. So it had. I mean, look, it had its struggles during the pandemic, as every business did, and everyone did. But look, to get it to where it is today, in 4 years has been phenomenal. It's grown year on year, and it's still a brand that's going strong. For me, I sort of left because Hobby King sort of approached me and asked me if I'd love to come back, and I had business partners with RCB, and we sort of I wanted to try something different, wanted to be more challenged, and that's what this role is. So but I'm happy to be back, man.
Well, I think it's interesting that you and I both were around in the early days of Hobby King and all the way until now. And I think it's super exciting for a lot of people that your goal is to come into the company and not only rejuvenate, but fix the things that don't work and then grow from there, right? That's my assumption anyway.
That's exactly right. And look, we're not sugarcoating it. We know there's some issues that we need to fix. There's a lot of pain points that have been brought up over the last couple of years, and we want to fix those. We want to bring Hobby King back to what it was and what it used to be, and we're starting off by fixing things like our customer service, things like our back orders, things like our stock. We understand there's a lot of issues that our customers have raised, and the fact that people are complaining means they care about the business, and we love the complaints, we love the feedback, because that's the only way we learn and that's the only way we grow. Hearing from feedback from our customers, and And that's why I wanted to, jump on today and have a chat to you guys and have a chat to our customers and just let them know what we're doing and how we're going to fix it and sort of bring them along on the journey with us and let them know that we hear your complaints and we hear your issues and we're going to fix them. We're going to address everything and fix everything one step at a time. Obviously, I'm not going to say everything's going to be fixed next month, but I just wanted to assure people that we're listening to their feedback. We're listening to comments. We're looking at comments in RC groups and forums and Facebook pages, and we're taking it all on board. We're making notes, and for me, I guess the biggest issue that everyone has at the moment is spare parts. Start off there, and but before I jump into spare parts, I guess I want to just tell everyone about the ownership. Obviously, I'm not sure if everyone knows, but Hobby King changed ownership in July 2023. So Anthony, who used to own the business, has left the business, and we've got completely new owners, and they're really committed to bringing back Hobby King. They're really committed to growing the business, expanding the business. But before we can do all that, they want to fix all the pain points, and that's something that I was really happy with, and decided to come back to work on that. Is the fact that we want to fix all the problems that we've had in the past. Like I said, stock issues and back order issues and that sort of stuff. So for me, the most important thing is obviously getting spare parts for all our models and getting, before we start bringing out all this new stuff and all this cool stuff, it was fixing up the spare parts issue. We know a lot of people have told us in the past that they can't find spare parts for their planes, they can't spare parts for their cars, and so on and so forth. So for me, it was, all right, let's get that fixed. And that's something that I've been working on for the past week with our planning team. So we're going sort of one item by one item, what we need, and we're ordering that stuff in.
Let's not fail to mention that Stuart is still with Hobby King. Stuart is still not only supporting the great planes that you guys have sold over the years, but also, I'm sure, looking to the future with new planes. And he's such an asset, not only to Hobby King, but to the hobby, and makes great videos and always doing something interesting. So I think that's very important to mention too.
Yep, 100%. And that's where I was going to bring up Stuart in the next part. Is Stuart is it's got his work cut out for him at the moment. There's several models that we realized that we sort of deviated from our OEM stuff. We were still doing it, but we were doing some other bits and pieces as well. But where Stuart's got his work cut out for him now, he's got enough models that he's working on to last us for the next 2 years to launch. Wow. So nice. We've really been the last couple of weeks sort of hammering down about what we need and what models we want to bring and start working on. So we're working on that. So we're increasing our plane range. We've discontinued what's sort of not working and things that we want to move. And so he's got his work cut out for him there. He's an absolute asset to the business for us. What he knows, he knows more than, he's forgotten more than what some people know about planes. So for us, and for me personally, I've worked with Stuart in the past, and working with him again is great. So, but yeah, we've had a good chat over the last couple of weeks that I've been here and sort of nutted out where we want to go with our OEM stuff and our own brand. And I assure customers that when we bring out a model, we're going to have the the spare parts to go with it. That is one big thing that Stuart and I have been talking about, is if we were going to release a model, it's got to have the spare parts ready to go. I know that's been a pain point for all our customers in the past of not having it, but I assure you we will have spare parts for current models. We'll have spare parts for new models that come out. So no stress.
I've been on that side of the business. I know how hard that is to do, but I know how important it is. So I'm sure a lot of people are going to be excited to hear that.
Yeah, look, and it definitely is. It's a challenge, but we're up for a challenge, and we just need to make sure that we're committed to that. And Stuart is, and is committed to the new direction that we want to take the business. And Stuart always has been. Stuart's always been phenomenal in the fact that he wants to make sure everything's 100% perfect before he releases a model. The new owners are committed to that as well. They play a big part in that. They want to make sure that we've got everything from A to Z when we're releasing a plane. So that's something we're looking at.
Stuart's also spoken with us and Jason, and we can tell everyone out there that's listening, as the new planes arrive, I'll be the guy that lets you know about it ASAP, and Jason will be dispersing review planes either between ourselves or to our reviewers out there. So we'll also have videos and how it builds and the whole thing. And we're excited for all the new planes to come out and share them with everyone.
That's right.
Yeah, look, it's very exciting, and for us, it's sort of going back to basics, going back to what we used to do, going back to what Hobby King was good at, and that was making planes, having the right battery range, making sure we got some RC products that people want, whether it's cars, whether it's helis. So for us, it's sort of like going back to basics, where we've had a cleanup of some categories that we no longer want to be in. We've had a cleanup of stock that's on our site that's sort of slowing down our website that we're not going to stock anymore. So we're in the process of cleaning all that sort of stuff out and making, I guess, our range more targeted towards the RC market and not expanding into other stuff, and just really honing in and focusing on what we do best. And that's something that I'm keen to do, and just really drive the core business back to what it used to be.
Richard, I've always appreciated some of the unique products that Hobby King has brought out, like the Bat Land Yacht or the Auto Gyro, or some of like the kind of weird, quirky models. Do you think we'll still see some of that, or is that going away?
100%, 100%. That is still something that we know we do well, and we know we can do, and it is something that will keep coming. When I say we're sort of deviating from other categories that we don't sort of do, I'm talking more like the art and craft stuff that we do, the fun, cool stuff like toy stuff, and so they're the categories that we are walking away from, so we can focus all our attention on the stuff that we do, like the aircrafts, like the corky stuff you're talking about, and having the right products in. So they're the sort of categories that we're walking away from.
Awesome.
Not our key stuff. Our key stuff will still, be around, and
I know Hobby King has always been a lightning rod because people are adamant about the planes and getting everything, and you know how it is out there. So how's HK going to handle feedback with the new iteration of Hobby King?
Okay, so thanks for bringing that up, Jim. For us, that is something that myself and the owners are really, it's our focus point, right? We understand the complaints, and the complaints are all valid that have come in the past, and that are coming through now. And for us, it is fixing the problems, fixing the issues that customers are facing, to ensure that we have what they need. We've increased our customer service team so that we're able to handle more customer service at the time, more customer service feedback. So we've increased our team there. I've had a chat to our customer service team personally, and as to the direction we want to take, how we want to approach all our customer complaints, and we're taking all that feedback, and we're sort of looking at, okay, where do we start working on to fix the issues, and what are the big issues? And the big issues, obviously, for us, one of them is the spare parts issue. The other thing is the back in stock issue. The other one is our back order issue, and we're sort of addressing them one at a time. I'm sure some people have started to realize that we've actually been addressing all our back order issues. We've started from the oldest orders to the latest, and getting all those orders shipped out. If the order is still held because of an item that's not coming, we've released that item and shipped that order off. So the guys are almost done. So everyone that's got a back order that is sort of for the last couple of months, or in December last year or something like that, rest assured you're going to get contacted by our customer service team, and they're sorting it out. Especially the US guys are really focused on that. The head of customer service, Thomas, is really focused on that, and those sort of pain points is what we're addressing first. We're addressing the things that are causing customers, I guess, to complain about Hobby King, the things that are causing them grievances, and we're addressing that. So we're tackling the problem head on.
I'm scared to go to this topic, but based on what you just said, I was around when Hobby King made the big website switch, and I was in it, around it. Yep. I experienced it, and so talk to us about the website. Is anything going to change, and what's happening there?
Well, yes, it sure is. So that's another thing I had a look at in the last couple of weeks is the website itself. We are going to change the website. We understand it's a pain point, and we are going to fix the website. We have already been talking to a few companies about upgrading it and fixing it up. But I say that, and I know the problems that happened in the past with the previous website upgrade, and we learn from those mistakes. So the companies that we're approaching now, we're still early stages. It's still sort of, I only just started looking at some of these companies recently. So we will get it fixed. We are going to get it fixed. We're trying to, and I don't want to commit a date, but we are going to try and get it sorted out before Cyber November. But I say that, and unless we're 100% convinced that it is working perfectly, we're not going to launch it. Everything is going to be done on a staging site, so we'll do all our testing in the background and all that sort of stuff before we go live with anything at all. We'll fix all the teething problems. But we're still in early stages. We're still talking to companies. We haven't assigned it to anyone yet. But rest assured, we are fixing the website. We understand that's a problem. For me, when I came in, it was just, what are the pain points? Where do we need to start? And yes, we can go and do all these fancy new models and all this sort of stuff, but you can do all the fancy new models, but if you haven't fixed the problem that you got at the core, it's not going to work. So for me, it's addressing what the core issues are: stock, website, customer service, addressing all that, and then going from there. So, and that's what we're doing. So the website, yes, is going to get updated. Yes, it's going to get fixed. We're going to give you a website that you're going to love browsing on, but just give us some time to get it sorted. I want to do things right rather than do sort of things rushed to make it right.
I wanted to loop it back around to the feedback side. I know it's something I have to deal with site issues and things, but don't just say, I'm talking to the members out there listening, but when you're giving feedback to Hobby King about stuff, don't just say this sucks or I hate this. Try to give them some constructive feedback of what you don't like and why, and then better yet, what you think would make it better. That's going to help Hobby King provide even better service to you down the road. So keep that in mind.
100%, Jason. 100%, Jason. Yeah, I mean, this is why we're sort of working on a something that we're going to launch soon. Hopefully, I'll keep that under wraps a bit with regards to the feedback to hear back from our customers. I'm I mean, everyone that knows me knows that I'm always open to feedback, whether it's through RC groups, whether it's through messaging me directly through our Facebook pages. I love to get involved with customers and love to get involved with the feedback. So I will be in RC groups talking. I haven't said anything yet on RC groups or chatted on RC groups or addressed anything on RC groups, only because obviously for the last 3 weeks I've been sort of trying to understand where the business is at and what we need to do to fix the issues and where we need to go forward. So I've sort of been away. I've been looking at the forums, but I haven't really commented. But anyone that knows me and Jim's well aware that I'm approachable anywhere. You can hit me up on RC groups, hit me up in through our customer service team, hit me up in Facebook. That's the only way we can fix the business is if we grow together, right? And this is why I wanted to do this and sort of bring our customers along on the journey of fixing up Hobby King, right? Whenever we've got a major announcement for an update or something on the website or whatever it is, I'm happy to jump on with you guys and let people know where we're at. So, look, I mean, yeah, let us know. Like as Jason said, let us know exactly what the problem is. I know some people get in there and look, people get emotional. I understand that, especially when we haven't delivered what we promised to deliver, and that's on us, and that's something I take personally. If someone's upset because we haven't delivered something on something that we promised, then I take it personally, and please hit us up and let me know exactly what it is. Constructive feedback is always welcome, and I'm happy to address it personally. The customer service team, they've been sort of phenomenal in what they do for the last 3 weeks of how we're sort of fixing up our back order system, fixing up all the issues that we've got. They understand the direction that we're heading in. We've added more people into that team to help out. So we're listening to your feedback. We're listening to everything that has been upsetting you about this business. And I said to the new owners, I said, look, the fact that people are still willing to get in forums and talk about you, and even though it's a negative because we haven't delivered, is a good thing. It means they care about this business. They care what Hobby King does, and that's a good thing. We just need to fix these pain points and make sure we deliver what we promised. It's simple. I mean, for me, business is simple. Give the customers what they want and make sure you deliver on it. That's as simple as business gets.
It's just a couple of emails, right? It's that easy.
Yeah, just a couple of emails. True.
Just the fact that you're here talking about all this and putting a face to the company and all that says volumes, I think.
Yeah, and I wanted to do that just because, for that reason, Jim. I just want to take customers along the journey. I've never been one to shy away from issues or try to hide away from the issues. I tackle the issues head on. And I wanted people to know that if, anything you need, just hit me up and on RC groups and we can work it together. And Rob is on there as well. Rob does a really good job as well on the forum. Rob and I are in constant contact, and he we're on the same wavelength as to sorting out the problems. So, either me or Rob will be on there. I'll try to get on there as much as I can constantly. But rest assured, I'm seeing the comments. I'm seeing everything. And Thomas, our head of customer service, he he hits me up with big issues and anything that, if we see a repeat of something coming up, a repeat question or a repeat complaint about something. So we're listening to you guys. We want to fix everything. We just ask that you give us a bit of time just to sort it. We are going to sort it, and we have started sorting it, and that's especially the back order stuff. That is almost there. If you haven't been contacted yet, you will be contacted soon for the back orders, and we sort that issue out.
I wanted to say that the thing that was great about RC Battery is it did two things that is hard to do at the same time. It offered great products that you could trust and great service. And it would seem like everybody would do that, but it is a little tricky to do both at the same time. And I applaud anyone who does it. I also want to say RC Battery's still out there selling batteries and selling great packs. And so Richard is with HK, but rcbattery.com is still doing great things. So be sure and check them out. But my point is the service you expected from RC Battery and got from RC Battery is exactly what you'll be now getting on a higher level from Hobby King. So it's a great example that you could point to.
Yeah, look, 100%. The same way that, I used to do RC Battery customer service and handle stuff, it's exactly the same way here, but, on an even bigger scale.
Yeah.
And just on the fact that you addressed the quality issue, Jim, the reason we wanted to cut back on some of the categories that we've got is so we can really hone in and focus on what we do best and focus our QC guys to go out to production lines to see how things are being produced. That was a big one for me, of making sure that our QC guys are going out and visiting factories and making sure that things are being produced to high quality. When we test something and we agree to it, that's what we're getting delivered. So that's something that we're going to be working on heavily over the next few months, especially just to set up that whole team. But yeah, it's pretty much the same way I run any business, is deliver the quality that you promise, and at the right price, and you keep everyone happy, keep everything in stock. It's that simple. It's easy as said.
Exciting. Yep.
But it's doable. It's doable. You just got to make sure that you focus in on the right things.
Yeah.
Do we call this the new Hobby King? Is this the new age?
I mean, look, it's the new age. Definitely the new age. The owners are really committed to this business, and that's something that, for me, is a blessing in disguise of the fact that they're committed. I mean, obviously, otherwise they wouldn't have purchased it, but they're really committed. They really understand the business well. They understand business demographics. Every idea I've put forward on how to grow this business and how to fix the business, they've sort of ticked off on. So they there's no issues there. And they're really committed to getting stock back to the warehouse. I know that's a big issue for us at the moment, the stock issue. But unfortunately, everyone that sort of knows this industry knows that I can't order something today and it be in the warehouse next week, unfortunately. Yeah. You've got production lead times and you've got shipping lead times. So it ends up taking, a couple of months before something arrives at the warehouse from the time that you order it. So bear with us. We are getting there. I'm actually, for the last couple of days, I've actually been going through our purchase plan personally for plain spare parts and motors and ESCs. So just having a look at the numbers that we've got and what we're ordering. So it's all coming, guys. It's all coming. Just give us some time to get it there. But I promise you, it's a commitment I make that we will deliver what we promise, and we promise to deliver stock. We promise to deliver quality products. We promise to deliver on our customer service, and we promise that we're going to give you a better running website. That's a commitment for me.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of stuff. Yeah.
Right.
Well, I want to say that as things come into stock, I'm always keeping an eye out and keeping in touch with HK. And there's always going to be an article to let you know when things are in and things are ready to purchase or something new has popped up. And Jason and I report in usually on a Friday with what's new as well in our RC News, which you're watching right now. And so, Richard, thanks so much for not just coming on the show, but actually stepping into what I'm sure is a role that is a daunting task to take this giant ship and set it in the right direction.
Yeah, look, I mean, I love a challenge. I love this business. I mean, I had no RC experience till I started with Hobby King, and then I just fell in love with the industry. I fell in love with batteries. My wife always bags me about how the hell can you love batteries, but it's I fell in love with it, man, and I couldn't see myself doing anything else, and that's why when this opportunity came up and I got approached for it, I was really keen to do it. I understand the business well. I understand what the business needs and what the customers need. And that's going to be our, that's what we're focused on. We're focused on our customers. That's that's our 100% focus in delivering what we promise and delivering what they need. And and always feel free to hit me up anytime you want, wherever you want. I'm always available. Any questions, I'm happy to take, and I'll constantly be jumping on with you guys to update on the business, and I appreciate you guys having me.
And if you're wondering, yes, he is on the forums and is of the forums, and knew about me from the forums, and that's how we got in touch with each other. So he is one of us.
Awesome. Definitely.
One of us.
Yes. Well, I want to thank Jason for taking time out to hang out with us today, and especially Richard, like I said, for taking on the task of bringing Hobby King back into the new age. And we're certainly going to keep you updated and reporting on all that. Richard, thanks so much. And
thank you guys. Appreciate it.
See you next time. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Talk to you soon.
All right.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
I want to thank Richard one more time for taking his time out to talk to us and you about all the changes at Hobby King and all the things we can look forward to. I am stoked to be able to create new articles and features about all the things that will be happening in the coming year. And Jason is working with all the reviewers, as well as myself and Jason, to create reviews on planes that will be coming out from Hobby King. Also, big thanks to our RC News sponsor, CNHL. They make great live posts. You can check them out at a link below in the description, as well as a link to Hobby King and all the other things that we've discussed today. Big thanks to everyone that listens to us. The whole concept here is that we create news about the hobby that you need to know about. And if you have anything you want me to talk about, be sure and leave it down below in the description or a PM. Hit all the buttons. I'm out of here. Thank y'all for your time.